Hey everybody, it's Joric. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well and having a great day. I wanted to talk a little bit today about mold. If you're going to be moving to Portugal or if you've recently moved to Portugal, there is issues in many flats and homes, especially older homes and apartments with humidity, just the way it is here in Portugal. So it's something that I want to make sure that you're aware of, but also let you know some things that you can do to help out and cut down the ability to have mold and mildew, let's say in the bathroom or in your closets, underneath the sink, etc. So here goes. The first thing that you may want to look for if you're looking to have a home that has less humidity is to buy a dehumidifying unit. We have a small one, as you can see here, that is in our bathroom. And when we take showers, usually we leave it on for an extra 20 to 30 minutes after. It really takes down the humidity from, let's say, 100% in the bathroom down to, let's say, 45 to 50%. So that is the first thing, that if you're looking to rent or buy a place, even if you're renting, invest in going to Leroy Merlin or an appliance store and getting a little dehumidifying unit in the bathroom. It'll be very helpful. You can also use it in other areas of your apartment or home if needed throughout the year. It's usually the fall, winter, and early spring where the humidity creeps up just because there's more rain. So because of that, it's very useful. The second thing that I want to talk about is if you have a place or if you're scouting for properties, it may be worth looking at properties that have what's called mini splits, these little AC and heat units. Most of them also have a function for dehumidifying. So we have one in the living room, one in our bedroom. So sometimes, especially this time of year, the fall area, it can be really, it feels like it's wet in the apartment. So when we turn those on for 15 or 20 minutes, it really does dry things out fairly quickly, which is fantastic. So it's something that if you're looking for a place, if you already have these units, if they have the dehumidify function, it's worth having that just to help out so that things don't feel like books sometimes can feel soggy almost or wet, or when you're going into a closet and you're grabbing clothes. For me, sometimes it's shoes that I haven't worn for a while. They may have like a little mildewy or mold to the top of them. So having these units and running them through the fall and winter time really helps to cut down on that. And then thirdly, something that you can buy, we get these in a 10-pack on Amazon. You can get these at Leroy Merlin. There's several different brands out there, but they're basically dehumidifying bags. And this bag, you can see from the date October 25th, put the bag into our closet. It's kind of a utility closet that has our hot water tank and some of our like luggage and things like that. So just at the making of this video, it's a little less than 2 weeks old, but you can see that there's a lot of water that's built up. And we've put these in each of our closets to help out again, especially with the clothing, to keep that mold and mildew at bay. We put one in the hot water room, our utility room. We also put one underneath the sink because sometimes there can be some smells that come from the sink and that area. So we keep one down there because it can tend to be damp and wet. So it really helps dry things out, which is very important. So that as you just have smells in any home, potentially around the world, but here in Portugal, it does help with some of the smells that you may get from time to time, especially living in an old apartment complex. And then lastly, something that we use, we have kind of our drawer for all of our documents. So immigration documents, our property contract, our mortgage statements, tax returns, things of that nature. We have a little ball that we use that I'm going to take it apart here. Basically, it's a ball with, there's a top on this, and then there's like a little disc that goes in, and this helps soak up some of the humidity in the air. And there's just a little bit of water as I'm trying to shake it that you might be able to see in here. So I wanted to let you know that if you have one of these and you put them, let's say, in the bottom of a closet or in a drawer, These things usually last for about 2 months, even in the fall and winter when there can be more humidity, more rain. About 6 to 8 weeks, generally speaking. On these bags in the summertime, we do keep them in the summertime. They may last most of the summer before they're full and you have to replace them. In the fall and winter, like again, we're just beginning November, and these bags in another few days are going to be full and we'll have to replace them. But again, you can get a 10-pack of these bags on Amazon for anywhere from 25 to 30 euros. You can also get them at Leroy Merlin. These are the smaller size. They also have a size that's a little bit bigger. But it's just something that I wanted to make a useful video. I touched on this last year, but I wanted to reach out again to a lot of new subscribers that may have not watched that old video and let people know that if you're going to be coming to Portugal, it's something that you're going to want to have. So when you're reaching into the closet and you're grabbing a sweater that you haven't worn for 6 months, you want to make sure that it still smells good and that there isn't any like mold or mildew on it. And then especially like underneath the sink, or if you have certain areas that you don't use very often, let's say rooms or certain places, certain cupboards that don't get opened very often, putting one of these things in, or maybe a dehumidifying bag, is worth it. And it'll save you some money. It'll also, save your clothes and other things along the road or down the road. So as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope these have been useful to you and continue to be. Got a lot more videos coming out here in the fourth quarter of 2023. As always, thank you so much for sticking with me, and enjoy your travels.